Rodrigo, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
What does it feel like to sign this new deal for Manchester City?
Well, it came many feelings into me, you know, because I always thought since the first day I came here, it was my home. Of course, you need to adapt yourself into this a new country and new club. But in my mind, always I was so happy being here at City. And yeah, I think it's kind of my family, my second family, and I feel that every day that I play in the Etihad. So it was an easy renew for me, no doubts about to continue my steps here in the Etihad. And yeah, very proud of what I did the last 3 years here. And I want to change again the history with this club. I think we're doing amazing things the last years, and we want more. So very happy to continue here.
You mentioned that improvement over the 3 years you've been at the club. What do you feel is behind that improvement in particular?
Well, dedication, everyday hard work, ambition, these kind of things that from the top part of the club they teach us, and yeah, it's what the players do, and I love to do in that way. And yeah, it's been 3 years for me sensational as an individual and collective, of course. And yeah, we want to, as I tell you, do it again.
You're still only 26, you've just turned 26, so it's pretty incredible thinking that the amount that you've improved over those 3 years, the sky's the limit still, you've still got a lot more to improve. Do you feel like that every time you step out on the training pitch or in a game as well?
Yeah, I always think to myself, wow, I'm still 26 and I still long way to retire, of course, and I reached a very good level since today, so I think I have a lot of gap to improve, and yeah, that's the idea. I am a kind of player that I want to be always better and better, and if I can show the level that I showed the last 3 years with 24, 25, 26, I can do it even better. So I'm very happy for that, and I think the club think the same. That's why we both deal to continue here. So we're both happy, and yeah, no better place to be.
Yeah, Pep Guardiola obviously agrees, thinks that there's plenty more for you to improve on. Do you feel the fact that he was obviously a defensive midfielder in his time as well, has that helped you at all? Has he been able to sort of pass on any further wisdom from his playing days? Yeah,
I think the fact that he played my position, the fact that he understands everything, what happens in my head and all moments, I think it's good also the communication between the manager and the feeling between the manager and the player, and with him I have a great connection, a great atmosphere, and we both understand. I remember like the first year he was more on me to improve this. What I think the last year and a half, he just left me a little bit more on myself, because I start doing my own mechanisms and understanding. So it's good the confidence we have in each other, the feeling, and yeah, it's one of the parts that make me continue here.
And we all know how good you are technically on the ball and everything, but a real quality that I think a lot of the fans see as well is your intelligence, your footballing intelligence, positional intelligence. What would you say if someone was to describe footballing intelligence? What would you say goes into that?
Yeah, and try to understand the game. Try to understand what happens, how the other team plays, where to find the spaces. Try to understand the moment of the games. I think that's the key to be a good holding midfield or a midfield, because it's kind of the clock of the team, and these things you have to learn with the time, but the experience and to play games makes you to improve. And I think now in that moment that you know, I learned a lot from Dino, for example, from other players I played in that position, and they were better than me, trying to learning these kind of things, and try to do it again. And yeah, that's why I want to, as I tell you, keep improving every day.
You mentioned Fernandinho there, obviously a big influence on, I assume, on yourself and on all of his teammates. What did you learn from him, especially in that first year when you were first adapting to English football?
Well, I just always say the same. I just came when in the last gap of his career, and still he was a great player. So yeah, tried about to learn his experience, tried to learn about his personality, leadership, intelligence in the game. Try to, like a kind of a sponge, take the good things about other players to put into your game. And yeah, that's what I try to do every day. So to be a great player, I'm not just Rodri, I'm just part of every part I've met since I started playing football. So that's what I want to be.
And you're still very young as a player, but you've also taken on quite a senior role and quite a vocal role in the dressing room over the last year or so, I'd say. So are you conscious of that as well with younger players in the squad, if there's any youngsters that come up to train with the first team?
Yeah, of course. Every year that you go, you're older and you have more experience, and of course young players are arriving, and yeah, I try to be kind of a leader since I came. Of course, you have big names into the locker room, that they have to do that job. But now I feel myself that I can do that, and I put the responsibility in myself to try to push every player, every teammate to be better every day, and that's the only way to keep succeeding. And yeah, it's not an easy task. Sorry. But it's something that I was like, I have to do this because I feel it was kind of my role in the team, and yeah, but I still have to improve to manage these kind of situations.
The club signed Calvin Phillips this summer as well. I assume you're excited to be linking up with him, a player that plays in a similar position to you as well.
Yeah, a great player because we've seen him in Leeds, and yeah, we need these kind of players also because when Fernandinho left, we need physically players that they can play the holding midfield, they can play in forward positions. We need this kind of players, so it's a great sign. I think we did 4 at the minute, 4 great signs, and yeah, the team always tries to get better, and you need new players, of course.
Going back to your qualities as a player, your passing stats are incredible. I don't know if you've seen them. In the Premier League in your 3 seasons, you've made more successful passes per 90 minutes than any other midfielder in 2 of your 3 seasons, and you've never had a passing accuracy percentage lower than 90 across your 3 seasons. Do you pay attention to those sort of stats, and is that something you've really worked on to try and improve?
It's something that they told me when I was young, and I tried to involve it into my game, and that's why it came into a natural way. The fact that don't miss passes because you play in a risk position, try to be safe, try to, yeah, and it's kind of that. Of course, I think I need to, in some parts of the pitch, be a little bit more risky because I can do more assists, as you know, and of course, when you take risks, you decrease that percent. But of course, it's part of my game to be like that, and yeah, I think it's one of my good values as a player.
And it's indicative of a Pep Guardiola player, that quality on the ball, wanting to get in possession and so on. How much work is put into training sessions, especially sort of picking up play in tight areas and so on? I assume it's a big part of what you're training for.
Yeah, I think it's everything. I think it's the basics of the training every day, trying to do this. I'm lucky because I have a coach that understands the game in the same way than me. And that's good because you can work on what you're good, so that's a great feeling.
Yeah. And you and your partner Laura, both over here in Manchester, you seem to have settled amazingly into the way of life. How big an influence was how much you loved the city in your decision to continue your stay here?
I mean, everything. I think the city, the club, the environment. When you feel at home, when you feel like everything is good, the city. It's nice to have a walk, and the streets. It's good because it's not big town. You can walk everywhere, so that's a good point. And yeah, now with my missus, we have the relaxing time when I finish training or the games, and we try to enjoy every day. We're very active, and we try to do many things: go to a park, go to the mountain, have a walk. So it's nice. It's nice and it's also healthy for the footballer to have this part of your life. You know?
Absolutely. And how do the City fans react when they see you around town? I assume it's all very positive.
Yeah, I love the way that here in England, because the people just watch you, but they were like like this, and they don't want to disturb you. But it's like you feel like very comfy in the way they act to you, and the way they always say good job. And if you're doing a good performance, they always remember you about the goals, about everything. So it's nice to meet the people in the streets.
And on another side of another aspect of you is the fact that you've also been studying. You've kept in an academic environment as well, management and business administration degree. How do you feel that you've sort of taken anything from your studies into your own game, whether it's sort of handling pressure, responsibility, whatever it is?
Yeah, I think everything is quite the same, in different way, but quite the same. You have pressure in all the sense. With exams, for example, you need discipline to study. You need I don't know, focus, these kind of things that to reach what you want is what you have to do. And in the pitch, it's the same. You need even more, of course, because it's the top level demanding. And it's like, I think it's quite the same with some difference, but it's quite the same.
Well, Rodrigo, thank you for your time. Congratulations on the new deal, and we're all really excited to see what more you can do.
Thank you very much, guys.